Dude, I relocated to the living room because I thought I'd get better Wi-Fi, but even though I'm like 4 feet away from the router, I still have 3 out of 4 bars.
Three
I don't get it.
out of 4
Yeah.
bars?
I don't get it.
You heard it here first, folks. Welcome to the Blender Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin, the host with a boat.
I was about to say.
No, I don't.
That'd be cool if you had a boat, though.
My uncle has a pontoon.
We can reenact,
we can take it out on the lake.
You know, the scene from The Little Mermaid where Ariel and that one guy were riding. You know?
Is that Nickelodeon show?
No. I meant, what do you mean Nickelodeon? What? Little Mermaid's Disney.
You know Nick at Night? The one with the Mexican family.
What is it? Wait, what?
What?
There's a Nick at Night show with a Mexican family about mermaids.
You don't know? What?
What are you talking about?
Alright, so it's a very special episode today. It's episode 10. I'm surprised we made it this far.
We made it to double digits.
Double digits. Ladies and germs.
Nice.
It's a very special episode because today I'm joined by a plethora of guest hosts today. By plethora, I just mean just Alex.
Alex. Hi, that is my name.
So
I'm Alex.
So if you may or may not know, Alex has basically been an emergency guest host for the past, I don't know, couple episodes. So
I've only been a regular host once,
yeah,
Kevin.
And that was the first episode. And so pretty much, I just made him like a co-host. So basically, get rid of that emergency host role, and maybe from time to time he could take up my mantle. And when I'm not hosting, he just hosts, and I'll be doing whatever I'm doing on a Saturday evening.
I'm going to destroy this podcast.
He's going to destroy this podcast. He's going to ruin it. But
in a good way.
That's what we need. This is the content we need. And I currently have my topic list pulled up, but I did not organize it. I just wrote down a bunch of random stuff I want to talk about. I don't know where to start.
What do you want to talk about?
What? Okay, let's get a little spicy here. Pokemon just came out. What's your opinion on just in general? I know a bunch of people on Twitter are freaking out for all the wrong reasons, but I'm having a blast. I'm playing the heck out of that game.
Yeah, I read a few reviews and they were all like, "This sucks." Beep, and I'm like, I do rely on reviews a lot, but I'm gonna be the judge if the Pokemon's good or not, you know? Yeah. A lot of people are, complaining about the 400 Pokemon thing, and I never collected all the Pokemon, so I don't care. My favorite Pokemon, Sylveon's in the game, so I can't complain. And yeah, that's, other than that, a lot of the things I heard in reviews, because I haven't played it yet. I tried buying it. It didn't work, so I have to go to the store and buy it. But a lot of the reviews say, some of them just say it doesn't feel like how Pokemon should be, or like a lot of the like open world is like too flat and stuff. What? I'm like, I don't think I'll mind. That's what I've heard from like 3 reviews.
Okay.
I can't source them because I was really bored and it was like midnight. But that's what I heard. And I'm not going to let reviews, change my way of thinking, because I still think it's going to be a fun game when I play.
When it comes to single player games and whatnot, I guess campaign heavy games or story driven games, I don't like looking at reviews beforehand. If it's a multiplayer game, by all means I'll look at it, but I'm going into this game basically blind. I don't know who is in what at all. And open world, dude, like, people are complaining about pixels on a tree for a release trailer when the game came out. Obviously that's not the case now, but I'm like, you guys are complaining about pixels on a tree. If you play this game right now and you look at that world, it's like, damn, is this a Pokemon game? Oh, this is pretty dang good.
Oh, that's hot. So wait, you haven't seen any spoilers?
No, I've been surprised. Well,
No.
I did look at the final evolutions for the starters because I always do that every Pokemon game. I'm like, oh, okay. It's alright.
Yeah.
They're alright. They're cool.
They're cool. I think that Grookey's final evolution is actually pretty solid for like a lot of the grass starters in the past generations. I've like not enjoyed all that much. I don't know why, but I think Grookey's final evolution looks pretty nice.
I think the one for starters in general, I think after Sinnoh, the designs kind of fell off in my opinion.
Yeah, the designs have. I like a much like when you look at like Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, like the first ones, they're really simple, and they are what I expect Pokemon start. That's my standard for Pokemon starters, like simple, but they look good. You know, a lot of the starters, like sometimes I feel like they put too much detail into it, and it kind of like makes it like not ruins it, but it definitely is kind of off-putting. Like I usually base my starter off of if there is a leak, I usually base it off of Final Evolution.
Oh yeah.
So I switched from Sobble to Scorbunny because Scorbunny looks like an anime protagonist, and I was like, you know what? That's pretty
straight
cool.
Up, Sobble's final evolution looks like ass, but I'm like, you know, I'll stick with it. I was originally gonna pick. I wasn't sure who I was gonna pick. I was probably gonna go fire type because that's my favorite element. But I was like, you know, I'm gonna go against the grain. I'll choose a Sobble, and because everyone like out of our friend group, everyone's choosing different. So I'm like, I'll choose Sobble. I'll be the weird man out.
Yeah. I was originally Sobble, and then I was like, you know what? I don't really like the whole lanky reptilian thing going for it. And the only fire starter I've ever picked was Cyndaquil because I love Typhlosion. Yeah. But I usually go for grass typically when I start.
That's fair. So let's move on to the next topic. Again, I don't know. I'm like quickly choosing one. Like how I put.
You're just looking through the list.
Put it like, is I put the topic down and I put a memory of mine. But since it's just you and me, it's like you already know like half of these. But
I mean, the viewers don't.
That's very true. So for products, you know how like you see something that's really cool, and it's like, oh man, I'm gonna use that every day, and you do end up using it basically every day or every week. So what's a product that you bought but didn't last very long? Because when 2015, when I was in my dorm, my roommate Chuck and I were at Walmart, and we bought these 2 beanbag chairs for I don't know, they were $15 each, or these beanbags. Like you just like there's these super small things, and we like literally after the first day they went flat as hell, and they became the saddest sacks of shit ever. And we just kept them around until like our days were over at the dorm, and you had to stack them on top of each other to have like some sort of cushion. Like one would not do it; they were so deflated and flat.
Oh man. A product that I've bought but never used. Let me think. I do buy like excluding like clothes and video games.
Yeah.
When I go to look for something to buy, I want to make sure I get use of it. If I like, you know, I want to make sure I know I will use it. I don't have what's one. Yeah, like I said, I really only just clothes and video games. That's all I can think of right now. Like, I bought Borderlands 3. I played it with Micah for like... We played for like a few hours, and I played like 4 hours on my own, and I haven't touched it since.
What?
Yeah, dude.
I probably would have done the same thing, to be honest. Yeah, I'm trying to find... In my topic list, I'm pretty sure I had a different segment. Well, like I had a new segment we were supposed to do, but I made a new list, and now I feel like a fool.
Feel like a fool. Your mouth gonna drool. Lick up the stool. Ooh. That last one was dirty. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna get demonetized. Honey won't sponsor us anymore if you say that, dude.
Oh no, I love honey. It tastes so good.
Okay, so let's so Alex and I, we saw each other last Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, our buddy Micah, he was in town. He was visiting from Wazoo, and it was a Veterans Weekend. So salute to Alex, because he's macho Navy dude. He's got ink arms. And,
I'm in the Navy.
We went to this place called Texas de Brazil.
Dude, Texas de Brazil. Yeah, I love Texas de Brazil.
Do you want to give like a rundown of the restaurant to all these viewers?
All right, so
listeners.
So it is weird. It is a weird concept compared, because like you normally when you go to a restaurant, it's you sit down, you get a menu, and then the waiter comes by and you tell him what you want. But at Texas de Brazil, it's like, first of all, it's pretty high up there in like a nice restaurant list. So like you go there, they have a big salad bar, but it's not just fucking lettuce and other salad stuff. They say it's a salad bar, but they have a ton of other stuff. They have
they got soups.
They got soup. They got lobster. They got fucking
lobster bisque.
Dude, salmon. Salmon. They had smoked salmon. They had a ton of stuff, and it's huge. And that's not the main thing for it. The main thing is they give you this little. It looks like a little coaster, but it's not. It's like a little circular cardboard thing, and one side is red and one side is green. And if you flip it to the green side, a bunch of like food servers will just come to your table and be like constantly giving you food. And so you don't need to move or anything. You don't need to tell anybody what you want. They'll be like, hey, they'll come to you with steak on it. It's a steakhouse. So they'll come to you with like steak on a fucking skewer, be like, hey, you want some steak? And like, you're like, yes. And they slice off a piece for you. And then like more people will come. And if you flip it to red, they'll stop coming. So you could take a break. It's really nice. And their food is fucking delicious.
They had like not only steak, they had goat, pork. I don't know if they offered chicken. They had like a plethora of like premium meats.
Dude, they had
lamb.
They had lamb chops there. That was the first thing Micah bit into, and he was like, "Bro, I love this place."
The funny thing was, Micah texted me like a couple hours before. He's like, "Hey man, do you still want to go to that restaurant? Because I mean, we could go and chill, but I won't eat. I mean, if you don't want to go, we could just chill at Alex's. Haha." Like, no, bro, I'm gonna eat. Like, you can come and not eat. I don't know why you wouldn't. And lo and behold, he scarfed down those mashed potatoes like no one's business.
Dude, the mashed potatoes are good. Oh, you didn't get to taste it? That Micah fucking ate all of it.
No, there's some left. He didn't eat all of it, but I didn't feel like eating mashed potatoes. So.
I mean, yeah. And then Micah told me he didn't want to eat because he was gonna go to dinner at our friend Chad's place, because they were gonna make Micah food because it's been a while. And so he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna eat anything." And then like he gets a plate of salad, and then they're like, "Hey, you want some lamb chops?" And he's like, "Okay." And then like it all went downhill from there.
Yeah.
And then the dessert. Oh, dude, their dessert.
Okay, so the waiter, she was like, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna bring up some dessert." Yada yada yada. I'm like, "Okay." She's been like egging me on. It's like, "You have room for more?" I'm like, "Shit. I mean, I can make room." She's like, "That's the spirit." I'm like, it'd be like that. And she comes up, and my eyes like fucking go big. Like, she's going around naming off all the desserts, like all these like minute details, and she comes up to like what, that banana one?
Foster.
Yeah. She like, once she said banana cream, I was like, fuck. I'm gone. Dude.
This is sex.
Like straight up, I was like, oh, I'm gonna die if I don't get this. That's just looking at the wax figures that she brought up.
Dude, so I know.
She pulls up with the real desserts. I'm like, I'm gonna save it for home. I'm gonna do that. And I was like, I'll just take a little bite, just one little bite. I take one little bite. I'm like, oh no, maybe I'll just have half of it. And I take a second bite. I'm like, ah, damn it, I might as well just eat the whole thing. And I'm like, Alex, bro, you gotta try it. And he's like, no, bro, I gotta save some for my sister. He tries a bite. He's like, shit.
Dude,
bro,
my
Alex.
sister didn't eat too much of it, so like I ate the rest of it when I got home. I was so happy.
Alex was about to like straight up demolish the entire thing. I was so close to egging him on, but then I also stopped him. Like, don't do it, but do it.
I had I had one bite, and then you're like, all right, just have another, bro. Come on, you know you want to. So I was like, oh shit, I do. It's so good.
That honestly, like, I just go there for the dessert. It was what, $9 or $12 for that one slice. I don't care.
The banana foster was $12. Yeah,
that was good. That was mad good. Like, there's Cheesecake Factory, and there's this one. Would that be classified as like a pie, right? So they're two different things, but that thing is like, I want to say it's like, this might be a little better than Cheesecake Factory.
Dude, I've only been to Cheesecake Factory like twice in my life.
Uh-huh.
And whenever I've gone, I've never had like the best experience, just because like I don't know what to get there. So whenever I get something that looks interesting, it always like turns out to like be kind of a letdown for me.
Oh,
like their pulled pork wasn't all that pulled. It was kind of just giant chunks of pork.
It was just a pork chop.
Yeah. There and plus I was too full to eat the cheesecake that they bought me, so I couldn't eat it.
Yeah, their portions are pretty damn big.
I know. That's good though. That's good, like for portions. I don't know. I don't remember how much it costs because it's been so long, but yeah.
Homeboy Omar, he loves cheesecake, and well, I took him out to the Cheesecake Factory when he was in Seattle. He was like, "Fuck, Kev, this is like the best cheesecake I ever had." Like, damn right, but your standards need to be a bit higher if you think a corporate chain is this good. Just plain.
I mean, it's pretty good. There's this lady. I don't know her name, but Chad, my cousin. He and his dad like go to Idaho every now and then because his dad's friend lives there and shit, and they visit him sometimes. But there is this pie shop run by a lady. It's her pie shop, and we call her the pie lady because she like, no shit, Kevin. She makes, like, you thought Texas de Brazil dessert was good. She makes the best pies I've ever had.
Oh shit!
It's ridiculous. Shit. And like, whenever they go, I'm like, he's like, "Yo, we're gonna go to Idaho get some pie. You want to come?" I'm like, "Dude, I just for some pie? Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, brother! Let's fucking go."
I mean, I can't realistically because I have school and work, but I'd love to.
Goddamn. Oh, so Sherry's Halloween just ended like last month. It's currently November 11th, or no, November 16th. I forgot to say the date in the intro. It's November 16th, and on October 31st, that was their final day of their pie promo. You can buy a whole slice, or no, a whole pie for $9.99, and it was Halloween night. I was driving home from work. I worked 8 hours. And my commute is like 6 hours in total. So I'm like, I just want to go home. And I was on the entire drive home. I was like, am I about to buy a fucking pie? Like a whole pie for $10 for no reason. So right when I passed by that Sherry's, dude, I was like biting my lip. I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna do it. Damn, I need like, after that, I need to go on a search for like some premium pie, dude. Like, oh,
dude, premium, like, some like family owned places or like self run places are like they're super nice just because they're all like family recipes and shit, and I'm like, oh man, this is great. They got
12 sticks of butter. Oh my goodness.
You want here's a sample of our butter pie. It's just butter and crust, and somehow they make it taste good. Oh, speaking of like desserts, like off topic, but a few days ago, this is just what I wanted to tell you. A few days ago, I was just on Twitter and I saw a Japanese Kit Kat ad for apple pie Kit Kats. And I was like, fuck, Japan's on that next level shit with Kit Kats. So
Yeah.
I went to Amazon, I went to eBay, and I went on like some Japanese sites just to like open a bunch of tabs to like order various Japanese Kit Kat flavors. I didn't do it, but I still have the tabs open on my phone. Like they have like strawberry cheesecake, they have like strawberry sake. Oh, dude, that one's good.
I had that. Yeah.
They have the sake. They have fucking a bunch of different flavors that are great. I remember fucking a long time ago. I think there was also like a burger one, maybe. At least I saw something about that. And
a burger one.
I don't know. I thought I did, but that was like when I was in like junior high or high school. So I don't know if it was a thing or not.
I know. When my dad got back, he brought back the sake ones, and then when I went to Japan, I bought the cookies and cream and strawberry cheesecake, and of course the green tea. They're like $5 cheaper, obviously, when you buy them there compared to here. But if you go to Wajimai, you can also get them, or any Asian store.
It looks like I'm having a trip to Seattle in like the next few days.
Still on the topic of snacks and desserts. Freshman year, also when I peaked in my life, it's been kind of downhill, but I've been hitting a good Mendoza line. There's this girl, and she lived, I think, on the 9th floor.
Wait, hold on. So we're talking about snacks, and you're like, "There's this girl, and she looks like a snack."
It gets pretty what? I forgot who she knew. I think she knew my roommate. And anyways, she comes down, she hangs out with us. And a couple of the boys, my door's open, a couple of the boys and I are like watching, I don't know, Netflix or something. And I always had Oreos. Like no matter what, I had like some Oreos, like golden Oreos. I had the mint, the regular. And this girl comes down, she's like, "Hey boys, what's up?" We're like, "Yo, I don't want to say her name. Well, yo, what up, Allie?" And she's like, "Yeah, I have mono, guys." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I got mono over the weekend." I'm like, "Okay." And she's seeing us like fucking eating Oreos. She's like, "Can I have some Oreos?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I'm mono, by the way, so you know, just letting you know I have mono." And she's like eating the Oreos. And after she leaves, I'm like, "Chuck, dude, Garrett, I'm gonna throw these away." She's like, "Kevin, don't." She didn't. Her mouth wasn't on it. I'm like, "Bro, she got mono though. I don't want to risk it." I threw out a perfectly good, basically full-sized container of family-sized Oreos away. She ate like maybe 2 or 3, and like from that day on, like we gave her the name Mono Girl because like what she did. But so that's what she did to my Oreos, and that's what she did to my snacks. And when we were talking about snacks, that just prompted me to think of that. I was like, "Oh man, I forgot about Mono Girl and my sad Oreos."
Rip Mono Girl and rip Oreos.
Rip Oreos, dude. The Mono Girl was kind of weird too.
When you come into a room and just the first thing you say is, "Hey guys, I'm back. I have mono." That's a red flag if I've ever seen one.
She was I think at one point someone said like one of the, so like the floors are like, they're not unisex. The building is, but like the floor is like male, female, male, female, female, male. You know, some order like that.
Yeah.
And one of the girls said that she had her door open and she was doing an art exhibit, and she was just like completely naked in her room and just had her door open. I'm like, "What? All right, she's kind of weird." But she also had her own radio show, so I'm like, what did I do in college? Not have my own radio show.
Yeah. What did you do in college? I joined a campsite. Yeah.
But that's enough about snacks. She wasn't a snack to me. She might be a snack to someone.
She had your snacks, and she ruined them.
I mean,
I'm scared of
snack
mono.
to the Oreos. So, I found the topic, or the new segment, But before we get into that, we're going to start off with our original segment of What's Up Week. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know what What's Up Week is, let me tell you. We're 10 episodes in. If you're just joining in now, thank you. If you're a frequent listener of my average of 15 viewers an episode, thank you. What's Up Week? You tell us about your week, what went down, anything interesting, anything boring. Just tell us about your week. It could be this week, last week, any week. We don't care. What's Up Week? Who would like to throw down? You or me?
I mean, you can go first. I do have some stuff to say, but it's not like people are like,
Let's fucking go then. Okay. Halloween just ended. I got third place on my costume contest. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised I got third place.
It was a nice costume. So I laughed.
I dressed up as a burger. Like at Target, they were selling a burger costume. It was like $30. And originally, I was going to be a piece of bacon. I was going to be like a grilled bacon. I was going to get like a fake grill on my teeth. And I was going to get like golden jewelry. And they sold it at Walmart. And a piece of bacon, this bacon costume for $10. And the day I was supposed to get it, they ran out. So I went to Target and found a burger. I'm like, oh, this works. And then I bought 2 rings that said fat and fresh. I was like, I'll be a fresh burger. Haha. So I got like a cool WSU beanie out of it for my prize. So can't complain there. And then everyone's been getting sick around work. So I thought I was getting sick. I got this huge headache in the middle of the day on like last Wednesday, and my coworker said she got a headache and then she got a head cold, and she was like sick after that. I was like, oh no, am I gonna get sick? And I got like really lightheaded, and if I moved too fast, I'd be like, whoa, that was too radical, dude. And
bro.
I ended up getting like some sort of like stomach flu. It was either that or the Chef Boyardee I decided to eat for breakfast gave me food poisoning. Like, okay, so hear me out. I don't buy Chef Boyardee. I just wanted to try it. It's been a while. It's been like 4 or 5 years since I last had a can of Chef Boyardee. I'm like, does it still taste good? So I bought it. I was like, wow, it still tastes it tastes like sugar. And apparently it gave me food poisoning. But yeah, I mean, that's what went down. You got the new Pokemon, and yeah.
Dude, that's Chef Boyardee. Last time I had Chef Boyardee was when I went camping last summer with Micah and Chad and everyone. And we had like, that's because Micah and I love Chef Boyardee, so we got like 4 cans.
Oh gosh.
Dude, it was great.
You're lucky it didn't give you food poisoning. What the fuck, dude?
Dude, yeah. It's like, I think it's a good replacement. Whenever I'm at the store, I always contemplate buying, like, the Chef Boyardee, like, ravioli stuff. Right. But, yeah. Other than that, what happened to me, at least this week, was, I got a new bed. So I moved into my new house, a little over a month ago. It was, early October. And I didn't bring my mattress from my old home because I wanted the mattress to stay there in case I wanted to go back and stuff. And plus, my bed frame was a big wooden frame that had a shelf attached to it, like one of those like it had a shelf drawer. Yeah. So it's one of those ones you built. And I'm like, I'm not about to take that apart. So I've been sleeping on an old futon that my sister brought from her old apartment that apparently her roommates who are like shitheads broke. So it's really crappy futon. It's small, and the little armrest are shorter than my height, so I have to like sleep in field position to have room. And also my feet, just to have room, my feet would hang off the sides of the futon. Uh-huh. And so I've been sleeping on that, and I haven't had good sleep like the whole month I was here. And it was just not fun. And then I finally went to Macy's, and I was like, well, I first went to Sears. I was like, I'm going to look for a bed. And Sears had a bed for like $500. I'm like, what? This is a queen size bed. It feels hella soft. Hell yeah. But then I went to Macy's, and then they had an even better bed. Ooh. But it was a little bit more expensive. And I'm like, I really don't care. Ooh. It's a queen. It's a queen. Super. It's like medium firm, but like super like soft.
Uh huh. Is it like slim
So like,
thick?
and so I tried it, and I was like, I have to buy this. So I bought it. They came by 2 days ago, and they delivered it. And I thought I'd have to like do a bunch of work to get it into my room and stuff. But the two delivery dudes that were here, they put it in my room with the box spring and set the frame up within 10 minutes.
Damn.
And then they were just fucking gone. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? They kind of just raided my house and threw a bed together and left. So I was like, oh, that was nice. And the beds are really nice. It's it's a queen, so it's
What
like
brand?
really big. You know what? I'll get back to you on that.
All right, viewers. If you're a big mattress connoisseur, just let us know, and Alex will get back to you on that.
Yeah.
I remember 3 years ago, I bought a memory foam queen size bed for my apartment. It was like $200 on Amazon. It was 8 inches thick. That shit was good. Like, I mean,
Dude.
It's for a cheap mattress. Fuck. In college, I slept good on those nights.
Yeah. I bought this bed for about the bed itself, because I bought it on sale. It was about $1,000.
Oh, that's not too bad considering like
It was
mattresses.
yeah, it was originally $2,000, and so I got it on sale. And also, while I was at Macy's, I got to try out the purple mattress just because I've seen the ads for it on YouTube, and I'm like,
Was it ass?
let's try it out. No, it's pretty alright. You could definitely feel like the weird like hexagonal pad under it, but it's definitely pretty comfy. So I'd say, it wasn't super expensive too. I don't think it was anyway when I saw it.
Dude,
But, quick Google search can show if that's true or not.
you know you're an adult when you talk about mattresses with your friends. It's kind of
we're adults.
that's kind of damn. We young, but we ain't.
Dude, I never realized how shitty my old mattress was at home until I slept on this one.
Dude, it's a game changer. It really is.
Dude.
I'm back here and I got this so we didn't take my mattress back because I had too much stuff and I left all my furniture to my friend because he's taking over my lease. And so I'm like, goodbye mattress. So now I'm back on this like kid-sized twin bed. And I'm like,
oh dude, yeah,
I can't wait to move out. Which comes February.
I remember like I've never slept on a twin, because I've always had a full in my room. And this is my first time on a queen. But like I remember Alex's house, I had to sleep in his room with him because this is before I started drinking. I went to a party and everyone was just drunk and I was just like super fucked. So I was like, I was just really tired. Everyone's drunk and I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. So I went to bed. His bed is so small, dude.
Yeah.
And then he tried sleeping on it because it's his bed, but there's not enough room for 2 people. It's so small.
Damn it, Alec. He was supposed to be
I couldn't sleep. It was the worst.
That's funny, dude. Oh my goodness.
A good carpet is pretty solid to sleep on.
Mattresses. What are you gonna do? If you're not into mattresses, well, I'm sorry, but it's a very important topic. Obviously,
if you're not into mattresses, go buy yourself a mattress, and then you'll understand.
But you know the conspiracy theory of mattresses being like a front for money laundering, or like
I have never heard of that, but I would not be surprised.
You know how much mattress stores there are, and how no one's in them all the time.
Oh yeah,
it's like oh, shit. Someone's pushing something, but also mattresses cost like so much money. So I treat it like a car dealership. It's like not a lot of people go at certain times, so it's like people shop around at the mattress stores. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this mattress, put a down payment, and, maybe lease it out. I don't fucking know, dude. But
dude,
there's some crazy conspiracy theory behind it.
I mean, That's true. I've never seen anybody at a mattress store. At least not at Mattress Ranch. That's the only one I've like been to like inside. Because all the other ones I see like out, I'm just on the outside. But I went inside Mattress Ranch once, and like it was dessert.
Oh, so this I forgot to say this. On the way there to Texas de Brazil, we pulled up at this stoplight, and there's this restaurant on the right side, and I'm just looking out the window, like anyone does in the passenger seat. And this dude, he's just straight up looking at me. We make eye contact, and then I look away, and I turn to Micah, like, I made accidental eye contact with that dude, and he's not looking away. And Micah looks, and he's like staring directly at us still. I'm like, God damn it, dude. So I look at him for like, I don't know, maybe another second or two really quick, and I turn away. I'm like, I feel super uncomfortable. And Giovanni, he's in the back, and he's looking at him. He's like, yeah, I'm having a staring contest with this dude. I'm like, stop. And then like I go ahead and we're like talking about, we're not looking at him, like we feel his presence like breathing down our necks. And I look again, I look straight at him for like a good 2 seconds, and then he finally looks away. I'm like, God damn, what's his problem?
It'd be funny if whenever you stop at a stoplight, he was always there.
Dude, I would avoid that restaurant at all costs, or like all times.
But, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I went to when Alec first started working at Red Robin. Alec, Micah, and I we went to eat. So we're sitting there eating, and there's a group of just elderly people sit to the table next to us, like 4 elderly people. Mm-hmm. And one of the old guys, and I mean really old. Mm-hmm. So like when I say elderly, I don't mean 50s. That's not old. People who think that's big dumb. But so this like super old dude in his like 70s or 80s is sitting diagonally across from me in a sense, because like he's sitting like the opposite side of me, but at the next table. So and I'm sitting here eating my food, and he just keeps staring at me for no reason. And so I was like, is my presence here just weird or something? And I look around, and I'm like, well, first I figured that he was staring at me because like I had something on me or something. And like I look around, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm the only brown person in this restaurant. So it was just some old white dude staring at me, and I thought it was because I'm brown. So I'm like, guys, I'm uncomfortable. And so Micah and Alec both stare at the guy as well, and he will not break eye contact with me. I didn't get it.
Racist old man. Dude, I've had like situations where these old white dudes would stare at me. I'm like, what do you want? I'm like out with people too. It's like, yeah, what? It's scary, dude.
You gonna do something, bro?
You gonna do something about it, or you gonna get up with your plate? So you drive to work, right? Obviously.
How long is your commute? Every morning. What?
How long is your commute?
My commute is typically on weekends it's about 20 minutes because I work on weekends. But on weekdays it's about, Google Maps says 30 minutes, but in reality it's 40 because Google Maps is like, there's going to be a slowdown, and like it doesn't compensate for the slowdown, so it adds 10 minutes without like updating. So sometimes I think I'm going to be on time, and sometimes like I get to work barely making it.
Do you have like any interesting commute stories aside from like bad drivers?
Aside from other than people being bad drivers, there's me being a bad driver.
No.
Because to turn out, my neighborhood is next to like a pretty like major road, so it's the neighborhood, a small like road, like a tiny like 100-foot long road just to lead to the main road. The main road is like 45 miles. The speed limit's 45 miles an hour. So I have to turn on to that from my neighborhood. And in the morning, I'm tired, and like it's dark. Because I leave for work at 6, and fucking like the past 3 days, I shit you not, I turn onto the lane because I thought thinking I'm good, but apparently people were in my lane. I thought they were on the next lane over, so I made the turn thinking I was
Oh
clear.
no.
So then I make the turn and I look at my rear view mirror. I'm like, wait, why is there a guy behind me suddenly like swerving out of the way? And I'm like, man, I'm fucking stupid.
Oh no.
That happened to me this morning, and I felt really bad because he honked at me. I'm like, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I thought you were another lane over.
I'm so sorry.
I can't see.
I'm legally blind. Dude, that's the worst. So whenever I go back home, I always walk through downtown Seattle, or I take the light rail. And this happened Thursday night. Now, typically Friday nights is when Seattle gets like really busy. A lot more people are out, obviously, because it's Friday, it's the weekend. You know, party hard and whatnot. And
Party.
this Thursday night was oddly lively. I'm like, okay, the same amount of people it is like every other Thursday, but it's just more active in the sense of there's a lot of people screaming. I don't know why. Like, I was talking to my sister on the phone, and there's this one dude. He has his bag off, and he was just screaming, "Ooh, ooh!" And I'm like, "What?" And he's just like dancing around, and like these people are like walking around, and like, "What the fuck is this dude?" Poor dude.
This guy's just having a good time.
He's just having a good time, or he's tweaked out, either or. Like, okay, all right. And then I'm walking past this bar, and this guy's just straight up screaming, ah. I'm like, what's going on now? He's just standing in front of this bar, and this employee's just straight up watching him. I'm like, all right, bro. And then I'm walking past Target, and these like ladies come out this door, and I hear this lady say, "He's so fine." I'm like, okay. Now, I was the only one, or like remotely in front of them. I'm like, it's either they were talking about the dude they were talking to inside, or it's me, and I'm 100% sure it's not me. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This Thursday night is wild. But my commute, it's every day. It's a little interesting. You see the regular people, and you run into the occasional screamers. And there's like, there's these cops, like they like all pulled up like at the corner of Ross and downtown, and I don't know, some shit went down, and a lot of people were like, "The city sucks." I'm like, yeah, it'd be like that. But yeah, commutes, they suck, dude. Seattle sucks.
Erica's boyfriend. So we live like a good hour to an hour and a half away from Seattle still. So like, Erica's boyfriend, my sister's boyfriend, has to commute from our house to Seattle because that's where he works. Every time he has to go, he works like, every time he has to go to work, it's like an hour to an hour and a half commute, and he works like 10-hour days.
Damn.
So he has to wake up at 4, drive to Seattle for work, and then he gets off of work at like, I'm assuming like, I think he gets off of work at 4:30. And then traffic around that time is even worse than in the morning. So he comes back like at 6:30 and then has to go to bed like 2 hours later. Like it sucks. Yep. I think it's not fun for him.
Yep.
Yeah, like it's shit, bro. Shit, bro.
I mean,
I can't. I wouldn't be able to fucking handle that.
Essentially,
I would, but it would suck. Yeah.
It's essentially the same as my commute, but I have weekends. I have guaranteed weekends off, so it makes it a little more bearable. But I think
he has since he works 10-hour days. Since he works 10-hour days, he has a 3-day weekend because he gets his 40 hours a week.
That'd be a little more ideal for me, but if I were to do that, I don't think I'd get any sleep. I do 8-hour days. But
I mean, when I was in A school, I'd have to wake up at 5, go to class at 6, and then class would end at 4 because it's a 10-hour class. And then we do PT for about an hour and a half, and then I'd get back to my room around 7, and then I'd sleep at 8:30. Like, but I was focused, and I would sleep easily just because I was tired throughout the whole fucking day from constantly doing Navy work. So like, by Navy work, I meant sitting in a room studying, but I always just like wiped out. So I'd have a good hour and a half of like
Free
me time.
Yeah.
And it was honestly not bad because I'd feel really tired after it. And I wouldn't feel the need to keep watching YouTube videos or browsing the internet. So I thought it was okay.
Yeah. Once you get in the groove of just a busy schedule, it's like, damn. It really be like that.
They really do.
They really do.
Yo, Kevin, we got a third room still.
Yo, bro. No. Okay, so I looked up at the commute. Dude. So I drive to the terminal, I take the ferry, I take a bus. And if I were to move in your area, and if I want to take the bus system, it would take me 4 hours on the bus. I'm like, what? With all these transfers, I'm like, what? Okay, I'm obviously not going to take the bus. And I don't want to drive because, I have a
Fuck
Jeep.
Seattle, dude.
I have a Jeep.
Dude.
And,
You have a Jeep, and dude, he drives with an old Jeep. That's Erica's boyfriend drives with an old Jeep.
Oh my goodness! So I have a
Like,
Jeep
remember
Liberty.
fucking Preston's Jeep that he fixed up?
Yeah,
it's like that but older.
So that thing probably gets like 8 miles per gallon then. So I drive a 06 Jeep Liberty, and that gets about 20 to 20 on the highway, and like 20 maybe 20 to 18 in the city. So it's gonna take up like half my tank each way, no matter what. And Seattle sucks, so I'm not gonna drive that. But I'm supposed to be moving out there around the Kenmore, Kirkland area, possibly Shoreline. I don't want to move to Shoreline though, but possibly that area in February once I pay off the chunk of my loans.
Nice, dude. If you need a roommate, then I'd be happy when my lease ends.
When does it end?
Erica's boyfriend has to go away for a while, so we have to renew the lease while he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So other than the lease is 1 year, but we're gonna sign up for another year, so it's gonna be at least until fucking May 2021.
Yeah, I'm moving in with a buddy of mine, but
and it's not me.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I was looking at it, I'm like, I could afford my own, like I could afford my own like 1-bedroom place in the Kirkland area, but that's like $1,400. It's like
it's like one for 2 people. It'd be fucking easy because like $700 pretty simple to pay off.
Like, yeah, I'll just go with my buddy because he lives in the Shoreline area and he works around with Linwood, so that would pan out well for both of us if we were just moving to Kenmore.
Yeah, this is a nice house, and like it's about 1,700, and so we each pay like 500 like 80 something, the 3 of us.
That's pretty good.
Each, and like it's pretty nice. It's a 3-bedroom house with 3 bathrooms, and I think it's pretty nice. I wish you guys came when you visited. I just want to show you around.
Yeah, none of us had time though.
I mean, yeah, specifically Michael each, but. Specifically because he had to eat dinner at someone else's house. But, we don't talk about that, even though we just did.
And even though he had all those mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Just playing. Next segment. Fill in the blank. Alex, and some other people already know this, but I went on my first Tinder date. That was okay. I got ghosted after. Not mad, just a little butthurt.
Secretly, I paid her so I could date you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kevin.
But it got me thinking. I'm not gonna change my formula of like I've been thinking about changing my bio. I have a good one, and this is called fill in the blank. So I'm gonna read this first part, and I want you to fill in the second part.
All right, gotcha. You mean like as fill in the second part with a word or a sentence?
Yeah, a sentence.
Okay.
I mean, if you could make it into a word, that'd be impressive. I mean, you could. So, I can't swim, but I can drown.
Oh.
Oh.
first thing that came to mind.
Right, yeah,
I don't know if I.
See, this would be really good with like 3 other people, but
You could, all right, if you want to make it wholesome, you could say, "I can't swim, but I can drown." ... Like in your eyes. You could use it if her eyes are blue, like the ocean.
big boy
Yeah.
thinking, big brain.
Yeah, bro, I'm so smooth.
Okay, well, you got any other ones?
With that one, let me think. Other than the obvious, inappropriate one.
So what I originally put was I can't swim, but I can drown. ... In your caring arms. I'm like, nah, dude. I want something a little funny. Well, I mean, that is funny. Maybe I should put like the big eyed emoji after that. What if? Unless
I can drown in your, you know.
I can in your caring arms. Haha, JK. Unless.
Haha, JK lol. ... Unless question mark.
The thing about just Tinder, my favorite part about it is just like just making the bio. It's like you could just get really creative with those.
I don't know how I'd make mine if I ever did. Like, well, I don't have any plans, of course, because reasons. But if I were to make a bio, I don't know how I would do it.
Yeah, like that. Mine currently is I think my I have one sentence that I always use no matter what bio. Like I always keep the sentence the same. It's currently your local scooter boy. Where's my scooter girl at? And one of my photos is me on a scooter. So
you on a scooter with a helmet. You should. You need a photo of you on a scooter, but like in a full dress suit.
No, like I'm wearing like my jacket, my suit jacket and top.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh dude, I don't think I've seen it then, or maybe I forgot. Do you have any other parts for the fill in the blank?
That was the only one I had because this was kind of like a tester. So,
but I can drown. Dude, I would have loved if you had more, just because.
That's a good one, right? Like that's a good like tester one.
But I can drown in what, dude? That's hard.
You can go so many routes.
I can drown in your. If in her, it could like, instead of that being in your bio, you could like if some girl like you could play off of some girl's bio, like saying that if they're a lifeguard.
Yeah.
If you want to get really like specific with like and like literal with it, but yeah. Oh hi Blair, the cat. I have a cat on my lap now, so there's that. And she's biting me. Kevin, what do I do?
Oh.
Hey Blair, do you like drowning?
You want to drown in my arms?
Drown in my swole arms, my gorilla arms.
So, as some of you know, Alex worked in the restaurant industry.
It wasn't fun.
Did you have any interesting customers? Or as interesting, I mean, like, weird stories or offensive things happen?
Let's see. I think a role-playing group came in one day.
Oh.
And they were all dressed up. And then the guy who they were having their name for, his name was like Nathan. And so they're like, he's like, "Hi, I'm Nathan. I have a group of like 6." And I'm like, "Okay." Nathan leaves. And then his friend comes up. He's like, "All right, I need you to put the name under Nathan the assassin, and I need you to scream it really loud."
Oh my gosh.
And so I did, and it made my day. There was another story of a guy. His name was I don't know his name. His name is like fucking Carl or some shit. But like his friends called the restaurant ahead of time saying, "Hey, it's our friend Carl's birthday, and we really want to prank him." So they gave me specific instructions on what to do. So they said, "Seat us in a certain area, they said they needed a really loud server, like somebody with a booming voice. And they said, I need you to say his name wrong every time. Say Kale. Because apparently it's a running joke with their friend group or something that people call him Kale and he fucking hates it. So they're like, oh, it was like, so I wasn't there to see it because my shift ended. But apparently what I told everyone to do is because the server has to yell Kale's name. It's like, attention everybody, today is Kale's birthday. And they said he didn't want his birthday to be announced. He's like, let's just gonna go get some food. And so they announced it was Kale's birthday, and they brought out a fucking big ass cake out of nowhere.
Whoa.
And then I think that was it. It was just funny. And then they gave him a kids menu, I think, on top of that.
Damn, they played him.
I thought it was funny. Like, dude, we gotta do that to like Micah.
Didn't we do that to him?
Oh yeah, well we went to Olive Garden and Micah it was Micah's, like, it wasn't his birthday, but we went around his birthday week. Yeah. And so Micah went to the bathroom and Giovanni is just like, hey, do you do anything for birthdays? To our waiter. And so they're like, oh yeah. And then they brought him like this like nice looking moose that we just proceeded to fuck up by throwing food in it.
He was so embarrassed, dude. So for context, Micah hates like birthday celebrations. So when we pulled that shit on him, he had like his head down and his face was red, and everyone like around the restaurant was like, yeah.
Micah doesn't like putting himself out there. I mean, in a sense, he does because he's a thirsty boy. But in a public sense,
he
doesn't like putting himself out there.
So, when I was at Wazoo and I was freshman year again at my peak, at the dining hall, I was grabbing food and I go up to the soda fountain. I think I was getting like Powerade or something, or Sprite, one of those two. And these three groups of white boys, like, they're walking by, and these Chinese students, the international Chinese students, they're speaking in Chinese. And the three white boys, one of them looks at each other and they're like, I'm like, what the fuck? And then they all started laughing at each other. Like, what the fuck did they just do? Like, you racist little shits. So I'm like, oh goddamn. I didn't think I hear that shit on campus, but lo and behold, here we are.
I've never seen it, but I've always heard the tales of racist people being like, oh, ching chong, sing now me.
Yeah, no, they're straight up like mocking them. Like, damn, dude, really? Are you kidding me?
I didn't know people actually did that outside of fucking movies.
Just people be like that.
Dude, we grew up in a pretty solid community.
No, absolutely.
It was a lot of. Wait, what?
What?
I mean, because most of the people in the area we were around are Asian, right? They're like Filipino.
Yeah. We're the military.
Yeah. Because military. Yeah. It's always like a white dude and a Filipino mom. So.
Or Filipino dude and a white. Or a Filipino mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You ever have imaginary friends growing up?
Dude, I did twice.
Alright, drop them.
And I proceeded to cry because of what happened to them. Rip my boys.
Oh no.
Goten and Trunks.
Oh. Okay.
So, I made imaginary friends, and I named them after the characters from Dragon Ball Z, Goten and Trunks. And I told my parents that, or I told my dad. And, my parents are pretty strict and pretty, what's the word? Dickheads. Yes. No, just kidding. But what happened was I told my dad that I had an imaginary friend. One was a piece, one I drew on a giant, like, sturdy piece of cardboard. And what happened was I told my dad, and he proceeded to yell at me and say awful shit. And I'm like fucking 7, dude. So what happened was he took the cardboard and proceeded to rip it to shreds in front of me. And I'm like, that's fucked up.
Father.
And I'm sitting there crying like a little baby because I'm a kid. And I didn't know what to do. And then, like, the other one just kind of faded away over time because I didn't tell anybody about it.
Uh-huh.
It just kind of went away. It was like, it lasted for a good month, and that's it.
Well, damn. He's probably in the foster's home for imaginary friends then.
Dude, he's fucking dead.
Dude,
rip Trunks. Trunks got ripped.
So, you know the migrating, I think, Canadian geese? They always fly overhead.
Yeah.
When I was in elementary school, they'd always fly over our neighborhood at like 4 p.m. And they'd always honk and whatnot. And I would name one of them. It doesn't matter. I don't know. I just said the whole flock, one of them was named Jeffrey. I was like, every time they pass by, I'm like, bye, Jeffrey. And my friends would do the same thing because they caught on with them. They're like, bye, Jeffrey. And, I eventually grew out of it. And I think, like, from time to time, from middle school to high school, I'd see a flock of geese. And I'd just, like, say in my head, it's my boy, Jeffrey.
It's my boy.
And,
when I was, the little, like, farm around our old neighborhoods?
Yeah.
Like, on the way to school?
Yeah.
So, you see cows on it, right? Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to call cows moo-moos.
Uh-huh.
And I dropped it when I became a teenager.
Uh-huh.
By teenager, I don't mean 13. I mean like 15.
Uh-huh. Obviously.
So, like, to this day, I still drive past it, and I'm like, look at the moo-moos in my head.
What it do, moo-moo?
What it do, moo-moo? Hey.
What's funny is that last weekend when I was shopping for clothes, I got out of my car, or no, I was going into my car, and I hear the Canadian geese go by, and I give him a wave. I'm like, the fuck is up, Jeffrey? It's been a minute. Like, and I felt super nostalgic, and I felt really good the entire day after.
Oh, nice.
So, we are currently a little over an hour. We're gonna wrap up this show, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments or suggestions, let us know. Twitter @SaltySanctions. Any last words, final messages, Alex?
You cut off for like solid 20 seconds, and all I heard was Twitter. Any final messages?
That's all you need to know.
So, final message. This has nothing to do with the podcast, but
that's fine.
If you believe in yourself, you believe in yourself, and that's about it.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't accomplish anything. No, I'm just kidding. If you believe in yourself, you can do it, man. If you keep your negative attitude, you won't be able to do anything because you're gonna have that negative. You'll be like, oh, I'm gonna fail. Then you're gonna, because you think you are. You gotta think you're gonna pass, brother.
Yeah.
So all those people, and by people I meant Kevin's and my friends that are gonna watch this.
Yeah. And
maybe some random stranger, hopefully, or who fucking knows, man.
The 15 people? Who knows?
Who knows? Keep those positive vibes up. I see the most views on one of these is like 50.
Yep, episode 1, Potato
One of those
Boy.
50. Dude, Potato Boy. Like, keep those positive vibes.
Yeah. One of my favorite quotes that I got was from a mentor of mine. He said, when I was going through a little rut, he said, keep your head up, Kevin. Keep swinging that bat. I'll be in your corner. I'm like, oh, fuck. That's so good, dude. And that motivated me. So, yeah, dude. Tinder girl, if you're somehow listening to this podcast, I didn't tell you about it. But if you're listening, what's good? Not really.
Dude, wait. I should have brought up Wednesday barbecue girl.
All right. No, we still have time. Let's do it.
5 years ago.
Let's go.
You want to do it now?
Let's do it. I mean, we're not
shit.
Time.
Okay. So, I wanted to bring it up during the Kevin's Tinder story, but I forgot to. So, what happened was, back in my freshman year of college, which was 2015. Yeah, that's because when I fucking started college. So that was 4 years ago. we, I met a girl because our friend Eric, he got lost going to his class. He's like, "Oh, where's the German classroom?" I'm like, "Dude, do I look like I fucking know where the German classroom is? I can't even find the art room where I'm supposed to go." So we go to like the student building, not the main administrative building, but we went to like the student center where like all the kids students hang out. There's a bookstore and like the cafeteria, and at the back of there's a desk, and we got lost and we just went back there. So we're like, "Hey, we're lost." And then the girl that was standing there like looks at me, like glows up, and she's like, "Oh my god, hi!" And I'm like, "Hey,
Hey, what it do, baby?"
Shit. Hey, baby, hey, suck my no. But I was like, hi, we're lost, and my friend's trying to get to the German room, and like another dude comes out. He's like, "Oh, hey, I could take you to the German class." So he grabs Eric, and he just by the hand and slowly caresses his wrist. But he grabs Eric, and they're like, "All right, let's go." So then it's just me and the girl. I'm like, "Okay, I guess I better fucking go." And then the girl like swings around the desk, the little office desk, and she's like, "So, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing okay." And she's like, "Fucking, so are you new here?" I'm like, yeah. I haven't, like, it's my second day or something, because I was still looking for classrooms." And she's like, "Oh, okay. So there's this barbecue that's happening on Wednesday for all the new students." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And he's like, "Yeah, it'd be cool. Like, we could go together." I'm like, sure. I didn't know what to do because I've never been approached like that. So I was just like really confused. But also like, oh hell yeah, some small Asian girls like, "Hey, let's meet up on barbecue day." And she's like, "Yeah, like we could hang out." Yeah, it's like, "Yeah, we could hang out, and we could hang out, and I could show you around, and we can walk around together." I'm like, "Oh shit, fuck yeah." So Wednesday comes. I have math in the morning. Or no, I have math at 11. So it's around, yeah, it's still like before the afternoon. I have math at 11. So at the end of math class is like an hour and a half. One of my friends was sitting next to me, and he's like, "So, did you get any cotton candy?" I'm like, "What fucking cotton candy?" He's like, "Dude, there's a big barbecue today." I'm like, "Oh no." So I forgot about it, and I totally like accidentally stood someone up.
That's when you go on,
and I feel like shit.
Craigslist misconnections.
Just because I was like, what, Kevin?
Craigslist misconnections. That's where you gotta go,
dude. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know if that fucking existed, but it's whatever. I felt really bad. I was like, what if she was waiting? Because I said I'd meet her.
I feel like,
but it's fine. I have a girl I like now. I don't care.
I feel like that also could have been.
And the girl is you, Kevin, by the way. I like you.
Thank you. Sorry, but I'm still single and mingling with
Pokemon. You could pass up for a girl in like 8th grade when you had your long hair.
I kind of want to grow my hair back just to see what it looks like.
That'd be so fucking weird to look at, Kevin. Yep. Unless you like tied it up in like a ponytail or a bun, but
yeah.
You're gonna braid it. You're gonna be Anakin.
I hate you. Okay. This is the Blender podcast. This is the Blender Boys. Shout out to all the big Texas. And bye everyone. Bye.
Bye.